First of all, I want to say thank you for this really nice and interesting Congress. And for me, it's a pleasure to be here. We have heard a lot about the commercial part or the marketing part of IVF Clinic. In my presentation, I want to focus more on the digital communication. It means we have chances and risks, of course, in digital communication. And we also have an internal communication, which is done by IT systems. And yeah, I want to start with it. Communication, digital communication means communication technology. Maybe it has started 1,000 years ago when the humans invented writing or the paper. And soon after inventing the writing, they started to collecting information and data. By the way, I showed this presentation to a younger group of students, and they advised me to replace the stone by a normal computer. But they found the feather ink pen very interesting if it supports Bluetooth. The information technology, in short IT, is everything about hardware and software to store, retrieve and process data. In simple terms, it refers to all computer applications and devices. We increasingly use digital data to communicate. For that reason, a new term has been coined. It's the information and communication technology, in short ITC. Today, we use computers to call each other and telephones to process data and send emails. Over the years, we have learned that information technology can be applied to help address many of the challenges faced by healthcare. We have also learned that these gains are not an automatic result of application implementation, so we have something to do. Healthcare and IT communication. The system design must be sophisticated and well engineered. This is one of the points. The care processes and workflow must be skillfully accommodated and changed. The training must be provided on an ongoing basis, and financial resources must be exist to cover the initial and ongoing costs of this technology. When all of these parallel efforts are carried out, there is a large body of evidence that care improvement can be significant. Communication is one of the most essential processes in healthcare, but it is also one of the most complex. Communication occurs between many participants. The language used in this communication is often cryptical, multifaceted, and incomplete. In this presentation, I want to focus on 4 topics: the electronic health record, the e-hospital, the e-patient, and the electronic communication between patients and their physicians by electronic mail and portals. It looks like it's very easy to have a new word. You just have to put an E or an I before, and it sounds modern. There are, of course, a lot of more techniques like the e-prescribing, some online tools, web visits, telemedicine, and so on, but I try to focus on some of them. The significant negative impact of medical error is one of the drivers for this implementation, for digital communication in the healthcare. The goal is to avoid unnecessary problems and ensure that the healthcare professionals have all information they need at the point of care. It should also save time and money, of course. This is one of the benefits. And last but not least, it should enable physicians to have a more collaborative relationship with all patients. We have seen this with Twitter, Facebook, and so on. One of these techniques is the electronic health record. The electronic health record is a digital software package That includes patient demographics, progress notes, problems, medications, past medical history, lab data, images, reports, and so on. There are a lot of information you can store. The major barriers of implementation is often financial and cultural. The return on the investment takes a long time, and the smaller the group practice, the more difficult the transition, and the more likely a single individual in the practice might refuse to cooperate. There are also benefits. With an electronic health record, the physician can digitally and efficiently communicate with the labs, the pharmacies, and other specialists, and have all necessary information in one place at one time. It provides also a new way for the physician to maintain records on patients, addressing myriads of problems, including lost or misplaced paper charts, and missing information at the point of care. They can run reports on hundreds of patients simultaneously. It's also one of the benefits. Also, the electronic health record is more secure than a paper chart because it's behind a firewall and it requires access authentication, and there are more backup solutions. But security is one of the major concerns with the digitalization of information and must be addressed. The so-called e-hospital. The e-hospital is a hospital that have implemented digital communication technology tools to admit, track, and treat their patients. With a strategic placement of computers, the professionals can enter information, access data, and track patients in a variety of locations. Using new technology like barcode or RFID and patient wristbands enables health professionals to manage and reduce the number of medication errors, for example, by scanning the medication container and the patient wristband. There are examples of hospitals using barcode technology, and they realized an 85% drop in medication errors when prescription orders were moved from paper to barcode systems. Implementation of digital communication technology is an integral piece of a quality solution. There is no question that a direct benefit of the health IT is operational efficiencies, including the reduction of administrative and clerical error. However, the real gains from IT deployment are improvements in system of care, including the ability to have all pertinent information on the patient in one place available. It enables healthcare professionals to make care decisions specifically tailored to the needs, preferences, and medical changes of each individual. Quality is a central issue involving every member of the healthcare industry. Some words about the so-called e-patient. The internet has changed people's relationship with information and has found, of course, its ways into the healthcare. First, built as a tool that scientists could use to facilitate communication with other scientists all over the world, the commercial interests quickly moved in to use the internet for their business advantages. They put together an infrastructure and they called it the World Wide Web. Soon people everywhere were engaged, some to find information, some to give information, some to interact, to play, to shop, to lobby, to entertain, or to be entertained. We have seen it also in Facebook and Twitter. The web resources enables people to be more informed, more in touch, and more involved with decisions in their daily life. But no panic. The given data show doctors, nurses, and other health professionals continue to be the first choice for most people with health concerns. But online resources, including advice from peers, are a significant source of health information. There's one of these statistics, and the main sentence is, I don't know, but I can try to find out. In the internet, or in the world, 74% of patients are online. This shows the statistic. 80% of these internet users have looked online for information about health topics. 34% of internet users have read someone else's commentary or experience about health or medical issue on an online news group, website, or something else. 25% of internet users have watched an online video about health or medical issue. And 23% of social network site users have followed their friends' personal health experience or update on the site. I want to give you a very personal example. This was me a few years ago. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said to me, you have to stop eating, you have to stop smoking, and you have to start exercising. Okay, I went home, and I asked another doctor, Dr. Google. Maybe there's a more easier way for me to don't do, for example, exercises. But the reality was, it was exactly the same. A lot of users posted, you have to stop eating, you have to stop smoking, and you have to start exercising. But in one of these communities, I found a community about technical gadgets, and I love technical gadgets. And one of this is, for example, this Garmin GPS tracker, which is a sport watch where you can run.